everyone to the Pulmu One Innovation Hub. We aim to plant-inspire your menu with America's #1 tofu brand, Nasoya. I'm Chef Cindy Story, operator of a food service consulting agency, and we are delighted today to represent Pulmu One's flagship brand, Nasoya. Now, with me is Chef Andy Montero of Montero's. It's a family-owned American restaurant and bar serving dinner, providing catering in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. So if you're on your way to the Outer Banks, be sure to stop in and say hello. First up in the Nasoya kitchen is the versatile, and listen up, already pressed organic super firm tofu. Now I'm going to turn the stage over to Chef Andy, and he's going to share 2 of our favorite plant-forward recipes. All right, over to you, Chef.
Thanks, Chef Cindy, and welcome everybody. I'm excited to show some recipes to you today using these fantastic products. And we are starting with our super firm, high protein tofu. This product is actually pre-pressed. One of the most impressive things that I think about it is its ability to withstand cooking. So with this recipe, we're actually going to be sauteing this. And what I think you'll find interesting is that even though this product for our egg roll in a bowl recipe, which has been marinated, once pulled out of the marinade, I can saute this and it's going to hold its texture. It's one of the things that I really think sets this pre-pressed super firm product apart from others in the market. So I've got my skillet hot. What I really want to do, that sizzle. What I would like to do with this is to get a little bit of texture on our tofu. Even unmarinated, what you'll find is this, it really does crisp up nicely. Of course, with the marinade that we use, it has some sugar, a little bit of soy sauce, some rice wine vinegar, and sesame oil. That sugar is also going to help it caramelize on the outside, create a nice texture, but it's going to keep its creamy interior. You can see the product folds up really spectacularly and browns very well. So this is a great item that you really can cook a minute. We've got all of our ingredients meased out, and we're just going to be able to add to this pan as we continue to go. So our egg roll in the bowl, once we get a little bit of texture on our tofu, we're going to begin by sauteing our cabbage and some yellow onion. Really what we're looking to do with this is to break that product down just a little bit in texture. I want it to still have some crunch. I think that makes for a really nice contrast in the bowl for your guests. Once we start to break down the cabbage a little bit, we're going to add some shredded carrots. This dish also is going to have a really simple, quick sauce. So we're going to use some fresh garlic, some fresh ginger, a little bit of soy sauce, and a little bit more rice wine vinegar. It's just going to add a really nice rounded flavor to this. The fresh ginger especially is going to bring out the aromatics. We're going to go ahead and add that in. We want to cook it for a little while to get the garlic and ginger tender, release some of their essential oils and flavors. That soy sauce, rice wine vinegar is going to also help us wilt this cabbage down. Again, one of the things that I mentioned about this product, the high protein, super firm pre-pressed tofu, it's ready to go. There's really no prep. You can open up the package, you can dice it, you can slice it, you can crumble it, and it's ready to go. There's no additional pressing and overnight prep in order to get this product ready for service. Your cooks are going to like it. Your guests are going to love it. And now that we've got this wilted down, we are ready to go. So we're going to take our mixture here. This is our egg roll in a bowl. And of course, for your service, for your establishment, you can choose a couple different garnishes if you'd like. I'm going to sprinkle this with just a little bit of green onion, keep it all nice and fresh. But if you'd like, you can certainly fry off some wonton wrappers, add a nice crunch element to that, round out that whole egg roll concept. But your guests are sure to love this, and as you can see, fast and easy to put together during service. We also are going to do a spicy teriyaki noodles with tofu. And that recipe is coming up now. So our second high protein super firm tofu recipe is actually a spicy teriyaki noodle with tofu. Again, the great thing about the product is that it can really take the beating of sauteing, of cooking. So this product, again, super firm, already pressed, so you don't really need to mess with that. It saves you a step in prep. And again, you don't have to worry about whether or not this product's going to hold up to the rigors of cooking online to order throughout service. So we're going to begin by adding a little bit of oil to our pan, let that heat up. While that does heat up, I wanted to show you this super firm tofu product. I'm going to dice it so you can really see how well it holds up to prep and knife work. Right? So these slices on their own are beautiful to use. You could grill them or saute them. We are going to, once again, dice them. So as you can see, again, product super firm, really holds up well to prep. And as you're about to see, this is going to hold up really well to sauteing and cooking. I want to get a little bit of brown on this. I want to get that texture again. So we're going to start by adding our tofu. You can start with your vegetables first. Today, what we're offering in this noodle dish is going to be a diced cabbage, julienne red peppers, some shredded cabbage, and our teriyaki sauce is really quite simple. We have some soy sauce mixed with rice wine vinegar, and for a little bit of heat, that spiciness, we're going to be using sriracha. You can use whatever chili paste you have at your disposal or whatever your preference is. We also have some recipes coming up with gochujang. So really, again, versatile for you to be able to adjust this recipe as you see fit. We're also going to add some sugar, granulated garlic, and granulated ginger as well. Now that I've got my tofu heated through, I'm going to add my cabbage and bell peppers. Just like the egg roll in a bowl, I do want to keep some texture to this. I don't want to cook these down so much that you don't get that nice bite or chew from them. So we're just going to start to set these down a little bit. We're going to get our carrots added as well. And for our noodles today, really you can use whatever you'd like, whatever you may happen to have on hand. We're going to be using just a traditional linguine noodle. Spaghetti or whole wheat pasta in general makes a great substitution as well. And certainly, if you wanted to offer this as a gluten-free option, you could certainly do a rice noodle. So now that we've got our vegetables wilted a little bit, I'm going to add my noodles. Going to give my sauce one last stir. Making this to order. The sauce will reduce and thicken right in the pan. If you needed to make this in bulk, perhaps you would want to make your sauce in advance. You can tighten it with a little bit of cornstarch if you needed to. Give this a good stir. And really what we're looking for at this point is to make sure that our noodles are heated through, that our sugar has cooked out a little bit, and that dried garlic and ginger has really bloomed with the heat and the moisture. It looks like we are there. Certainly, this dish can be garnished with a variety of things. Sesame seed come to mind. We're just going to show it to you as is. This is our spicy teriyaki noodles with tofu.
Thank you, Chef. Way to rock that saute pan. So before we move on to Chef Andy's next demonstration, I want to share some information about Nasoya Super Firm High Protein Tofu. You can purchase in 1 pound, 6 per case. They're, like Chef Andy said, they're already pressed in blocks. If you can't use it immediately, you can freeze it for up to 3 months. Now, our tofu is made of organic, non-GMO soybeans, and it's packed with 14 grams of plant protein per serving. Okay, and it's just, as Chef Andy said, it's just so easy to use in so many different dishes. So enough of this. Let's get back with Chef Andy and see what he's cooking up now.
Thanks, Cindy. So next we're going to be working with our tofu bites. This is a prepared product that comes in cubed already breaded with mild seasoning. So it's really something that you can adapt to your own menu needs or your guest preferences. For cooking, I'm going to finish this off in a nonstick skillet. I've already browned some of the sides for a matter of time saving. But what you'll see is that this breaded product really does take on a nice crispiness. We've tested this. You can deep fry this product. It holds its texture really, really well. It gets, of course, super crispy. It takes about 3 or 4 minutes in a 350-degree fryer. You can also bake this in a convection oven. So for large volume cooking, that is a great technique. It's going to take a little bit longer, about 20 to 25 minutes to really get nice and crispy. So amanu cooking, depending on your kitchen setup, can be in a skillet with a little bit of oil. It can also be in your deep fat fryer. So the versatility of this product is fantastic. As it gets brown, let me talk about some different recipes that you can use on your menu. We have tested a few different. One of my personal favorites, of course, is a buffalo wing sauce. It's a really nice heat to it. The texture of the tofu on the inside with that crunchy outside. It really does remind me of a wing or a boneless wing. We can also use something like a creamy Thai chili sauce or bang bang sauce as it's known. Today we're going to be garnishing with some yum yum sauce that we've made, as well as a little bit of sushi sauce. So as this is finishing up, you can see really nice golden brown texture on this tofu product. Okay. Almost have it ready. Super simple preparation. This would be great for an appetizer. In our restaurant, we've actually also used this as an accompaniment or garnish, if you will, on a protein like a New York strip. We've topped it and then added sauce. It's just a really nice accompaniment. It's an incredibly versatile product. We're going to place this in our bowl, stack it up a little bit. We're going to garnish again with our yum yum sauce. A little bit of sushi sauce, add a little color and sweetness. I'm going to garnish with black and white sesame seeds and some green onion. I think your guests would love this one as well. Super easy to prepare, absolutely delicious.
Thanks, Chef. That was fantastic. I know what you guys are thinking. How can I get tofu bites on my menu? Okay, this product is great fun for vegans, vegetarians, flexitarians. You know, as you've learned from this CIA Global Plant Forward Conference, the meatless trend, okay, it's now growing into mainstream. These tofu bites would be a great place for you to start. They're packed in 2-pound bags, ready to cook. They also can be frozen for use later, but I bet these tasty cubes will not last long in your walk-in. All right, so next up, Chef Andy travels east with our Korean-inspired bulgogi. Take it away, Chef.
All right, everybody. This product, cutting edge, unbelievable. I wish you were here to see this with me. You get a close-up shot. The feel of this, even before I heat it up, is so realistic. It just blows my mind. It's an absolutely delicious flavor profile. It can be used in a traditional sense of bulgogi with some steamed rice, maybe some fresh or pickled vegetables. Today, we're going to be changing it up a little bit. We're going to be doing a taco with it. So super simple preparation for this product. We're going to use a nonstick skillet. We're going to get our oil warmed up. And what I want to do really is just heat this product through. So the marinated product has a texture of like a medium cooked steak that's been sliced. It does have grill marks on it already from production. Again, the folks over at Palm One have done a fantastic job developing this. So really, there's not a whole lot that we need to do. We're just going to make sure that we get it warmed all the way through. While that is heating, we're going to assemble a gochujang pico de gallo. Okay, so we've got some diced tomatoes here, some fresh red onion. Cilantro, of course, plays really well into this flavor profile. We're going to get our heat from our gochujang chili paste. You don't have this available in your kitchen. Of course, there's a lot of other chili paste that you can use. We're going to add some lime juice to this as well for some acidity. We'll get that squeezed in there. This is a really great addition to most any menu, especially if you're already serving some type of taco, especially if you already have pico de gallo on your menu. Add a little bit of that Asian-inspired heat versus a jalapeno. It'll fold right into the mix with what we have going on. I'm gonna give this a quick stir. I'm gonna flip these pieces over. You can see the caramelization of that marinade. It's got such a fantastic texture to it, little crispness on the outside, a nice, really nice chew to it as well. So we're going to heat our corn tortillas, which is what we're using today, a white corn tortilla. We would heat those up for service. Of course, you can use a flour tortilla if you prefer. Got some beautiful butterhead lettuce here that we're going to lay down. And again, depending on what your preference is or what your kitchen inventory is, cabbage would work great on this. Iceberg lettuce for a nice crunch would also work. We're going to go right onto the lettuce with our beef. I can't help but smile because I can't wait to taste this once the camera's not on me. And super simple. We're going to take our gochujang pico de gallo. We're just going to pile that right on top. We'll serve it with some additional lime for the guests to enjoy. I mean, come on, guys. Who doesn't want to try a bite of this plant-based inspired bulgogi tacos?
Chef Andy, you outdid yourself. I know our viewers are going to taco about this one. Again, this bulgogi is a charcoal grill with a Korean barbecue flavor. I think you'll really just love it. It does come in frozen, but it has an extended shelf life of up to 120 days. So next up, we're going to take a look at tofu baked pad thai. Take it away, chef.
All right, pad thai. Again, something that's becoming more and more familiar across our country and even in small communities such as ours. It's actually a fairly easy dish to put together, extremely flavorful. We're going to be utilizing the tofu-baked teriyaki marinated tofu. This product comes in a 7-ounce package. Chef Cindy will talk a little bit more about it. It actually comes kind of portioned already, something that might work for your current menu, 3.5 ounces per portion. 2 portions in this pack. Of course, if you eat like me, you might want to have the whole pack for yourself. We'll let you make that decision. What we're going to do for our pad thai here, we're actually going to begin by sauteing some of our vegetables. So I've got a nice thin slice of carrot, as well as julienne bell pepper and some diced white onion. We're going to let that start to cook and tender. While this is cooking, I wanted to show you the tofu the tofu product outside of the package. As you can see, this is actually half of the package. And just like the high protein super firm, this is a fantastic texture to it. When you marinate the high protein super firm that we used in our egg roll in a bowl, it actually had a really similar appearance to this. This marinade, the teriyaki marinade, is fantastic. And we're going to go ahead and give this a quick dice. You can see just how easily this all cuts. A nice, quick, easy dice. So for our pad thai sauce, I've already combined a few ingredients here. We have soy sauce, a little bit of vegetable broth. I have some fish sauce, as well as sriracha chili paste for our heat. Of course, you can change the quantity, and you can certainly change the variety of chili paste that you use for whatever you may have in your inventory, as well as your preference and flavor profile. So as our vegetables get tender, I'm going to add my rice noodles in. We have a nice flat rice noodle here. We're going to deglaze with the sauce that we mixed up in advance. Of course, that sauce can be built right in the pan if your station is set up to be that way. It doesn't have to be mixed in advance. All right, our tofu in just a moment is going to go in. I want to make sure my rice noodles are nice and hot through. Tofu bake goes in. Cheated a little bit for television. I did cook my egg in advance. I actually like this technique for things like pad thai, as well as fried rice, egg fried rice, things of that nature. I do like to get it done in advance, get all my mise en place together. We're just going to take that egg, once this dish is nice and hot, once we know we've got everything heated through, we're going to add this as well as some fresh basil as a fantastic garnish and aromatic. And of course, we're going to finish with some chopped peanuts. As you see fit for your menu, of course, some of these ingredients can change. There are a bunch of different types of rice noodles that would work with this tofu bake. Eggs go in. Stir. Time for plating. This is, again, a dish that many people have become extremely familiar with. I think your clientele will like it. Your staff's going to love it. It's very, very tasty, very easy to put together. An all-around great product. This tofu baked, you can do a lot of different things with it.
So if you are looking for an easy way to start your plant-inspired menu, Tofu Baked is it. As Chef Andy showed you, it's packed in a great 7-ounce vacuum-sealed bag. It's convenient, flavored, ready to eat. And upon request, food service pack sizes can be offered. Okay, so we saved the fun for last. Here is Chef Andy's vegetarian chili dogs. Take it away, Chef.
Oh, thank you very much. Chili dogs, classic Americana. Who doesn't love them? This can really be a great introduction to your clientele to a plant-based menu item. Maybe those that are a little nervous about trying something. And realistically, build your future clientele. This is a great way if you're introducing plant-based menu items. This is something that you can really capture the imagination of a young child and introduce this style of food and preparation to them at an early age. Super easy to prepare. And really, really easy because of this fantastic product. This chili product from Nosoya really does come ready to use, heat and eat, if you will. So the tofu crumbles in it give a really great texture, a great crumble in here. It's got peppers, a nice spice to it as well, along with tomatoes and red kidney beans. So really a simple addition to any menu. So other than just chili dogs, you know, of course, it would be great on its own. It would be great in potato skins, inside of a baked potato. A lot of easy applications if you have cooks that are a little hesitant to get this type of product into their repertoire. All right, so we're gonna make chili dogs using carrots. It really is quite simple, but absolutely delicious. So a lot of us in the industry are getting these really large carrots. We refer to them as horse carrots. So you can use this. This size carrot, you can yield between 2 and 4 dogs, if you will, depending on how you can prepare them. The most important thing is really make sure whatever bun of your choice you're using, that you get your carrot trimmed down. But really, you can offer any size that you'd like. If your carrots are a little bit more like a grocery store size, they may be ready to go. You might need to do a little bit of peeling from one end to the other just to get it consistent from end to end. And for a fun change, you can actually take baby carrots through the marinating process, and they're great for a cocktail carrot dog topped with chili. The marinade is super simple. I'll walk you through it as I get this hot dog browned off. What you're going to do is once you prepare your carrot, you get it peeled down and cut to the right size. You're going to boil this in a little bit of lightly salted water for 10 to 12 minutes until it's fork tender. It's really important to get the right texture on the hot dog at this point in the process. So you need to make sure that it's tender all the way through. Once it's cooked, you can cool it down via an ice bath or onto a sheet pan and into the refrigerator. Realistically, you can even go straight into your marinade. These dogs need to marinate at least 4 to 6 hours, but they're much, much better if you can get them marinated overnight. Our marinade is really quite simple. Vegetable stock is our base. We're adding soy sauce, liquid smoke to get that real hot dog smoked flavor, a little bit of maple syrup for the sweetness. You'll see it also adds a little bit of skin to this dog, if you will, for a snap. We're also incorporating some yellow mustard, pickle juice, or if you want a spicy hot dog, you can use pickled jalapeno juice, an onion powder, and some vinegar as well. Super simple marinade to make. And again, you need to let this sit at least 4 to 6 hours, if not overnight. Once your dogs are ready, they can hold in that marinade very well, very easily for a few days. You can also pull them out. Just make sure you're wrapping them properly and storing them properly. That marinated dog will last you quite some time for service. So now that we've got our dog browned all the way, we're gonna take our warm potato bun here, potato roll. We're gonna get it filled. And super simple. We've got our heated chili ready to rock and roll. There's really no need to add anything to this because it is that delicious. We're just gonna get this dog opened up. I've checked. 2 dogs is the right portion size for me, but you'll have to decide for yourself. We strongly recommend you give this a shot. Our chili dogs, made from carrots and using Palma One's tofu chili, fantastic treat. A really great menu item. They're absolutely delicious, super, super easy to prepare. We hope you guys enjoy this as well as the other recipes that we've shown you today. Be sure to check them out. You won't be sorry.
Chef Andy, you are a hot chili dog. That recipe needs a leash to hold back that flavor. So Nosoria's 10-ounce pouches of vegan chili. They may be kept frozen until you're ready to thaw, heat, and eat. Each pouch is going to contain 1 cup of perfectly seasoned chili, and you get 7 grams of dietary fiber. And again, like the tofu baked, upon request, the food service pack size can also be offered. So thanks everyone for stopping by Nosoria's plant-inspired inspiration and innovation hub. We hope you had some fun. Now go plant your best foot forward. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.